You just have to reach the point, which is very logical, reasonable, of seeing the complexities of life are created by your mind. Life is not complex. Life is very simple. Just as the ocean is not complex, it's very simple. It's the ocean. That's it. There's nothing more to do about it. There's just the ocean. You can stand there and look at it. You can swim in it. It is only when your mind gets involved and starts breaking into pieces and trying to put the pieces back together again and look at all the different waves and wavelets and heights and amplitudes and so on, that everything becomes extremely complicated. Things are what they are. That's not complicated. It's simple. So you start to catch on that your mind, which seems to be trying to solve the complexities and solve the problems of life, is in truth the cause of all problems of life. One could argue in a very logical, reasonable way that there are no problems in life. There are none. Never was, never will be. There's only life. Just like the weather can't be wrong. It's just the weather. To say it's wrong is to say that it's not behaving in accordance to the forces that govern it. Of course it's behaving in accordance to the forces that govern it. That's what it does, all right? So the weather is not wrong. It is not a problem. It is the weather. The problem is that you don't want it to be that way. That's the problem. The problem is not the event. The problem is your resistance to the event. The problem is that you have within your mind concepts, opinions, views, preferences, beliefs, hopes, dreams, likes, dislikes. Did I get them all? You got those in there? All right? That's what you got in there. And they have made up within your mind, they have made up how the weather should be. Did they make it up in accordance to the principles of meteorology? No. They just made it up in accordance to what you want. I want it to rain today. I don't care if all the forces of the planet say it's not going to rain here today. I want it to rain today. I don't want it to rain today. I'm going canoeing. I don't want it to rain. Did you do that based on meteorology? Based on all sorts of science? No. You just did it based on mind. This thing you do with your mind is what makes the weather a problem. I can prove that it's your mind doing it. Her mind wants it to rain today. Her mind doesn't want it to rain today. When it rains, her mind thinks it's the most wonderful thing. It's God's grace. Let's start dancing. Her mind thinks it's a major problem. What are we going to do about it? It is your mind that makes things problems. Things are not problems. They are events. They are occurrences on the planet Earth. They have reasons for being. The reasons being scientific. The reasons being the laws of cause and effect. The reasons being all the factors that ever were came together to cause things as they are. That can't be a problem. It's just reality. But because your mind has these preconceived notions about how you personally want it to be, it appears to be a problem. So when you wake up to the point of seeing that's your problem, and you have that very mind that has defined things as problems and is now struggling with them, in their thinking about how to solve them, that's when you really wake up, when you catch on. Your mind is not going to solve these problems. Your mind is the cause of the problems. You have to understand this to the core of your being. There will be a point in which you will, and you'll just see it. It says, why can't I just live my life and be peaceful and loving and caring and just enjoy my journey on the planet Earth? And the answer will come back very quickly because of your mind. So now you catch on. The world is simple. It is what it is. If you decide that there's a problem, because when you look at Jupiter, you see 4 of the moons. There are many more, but you see 4 of the moons. But when you look at the Earth, you only see 1. You're going to ruin your life over that? You can't enjoy your food. You can't get married. You can't do anything because you didn't get the right number of moons. People could do that, couldn't it? Mind could do that. And so you realize this, that the problem is what your mind is doing. The problem is not what reality is doing. So now the question becomes, what do you do about that? That first step of seeing, not believing and not reading, but seeing that the cause of every single problem you have is your mind. If your mind didn't say it was a problem, it wouldn't be a problem. It is because your mind is saying you don't like it that it's a problem. Just if I hypnotized you, You can do it. You can hypnotize mind. Oh, mind, you want it to rain. And I take out hypnosis, you go, oh boy, it's raining. All of a sudden it's not a problem. It is the mind that is deciding what's going on. Therefore, the solution to all your problems is your relationship with your mind. It is not your struggle with life or other people. It is your relationship with your mind. The same way as people go out and spend every minute of their day trying to have good relationships, trying to have good finances, trying to have people like them, trying to be popular, trying to have careers. They do that. They're really very busy about that. They don't like say, oh, do I have to? Is it my turn to be in love? To find somebody that you get along? They don't do that. Is it my turn to get the raise? Is it my turn to win American Idol? Oh, geez. Do I have to be popular? No, it doesn't do that. It wants to do that, and it wants to do it all the time. That's how you have to become about straightening out your relationship with your mind. Otherwise, your mind is going to tell you the way to solve it is to win American Idol. The way to solve it is win the lottery. The way to solve it is to get divorced and remarried to someone who treats you properly. They'll say all kinds of interesting things. The way to solve it is to get a Porsche. The way to solve it is to go back to school, get a higher degree. What is that? Solve what? Solve the fact that the mind is telling you the world's a problem. And the mind is then telling you what to do about it.